Hey Lunatics Collective. This reading is for October the 12th, 2019. Yes, tomorrow, October the 12th, 2019. The 5 of Air, 5 of Feathers in this deck, the Paulina Cassidy Spirit Song Tarot deck, is our first card out. Resilience is noted in this particular depiction. That'll be at the center of our reading for this Lunar Pull. Again, the Lunar Pull for the 12th of October 2019. But as always, these messages may resonate around and following the actual date of the Lunar Pull, right? So we also have the 7 of Earth, the 7 of Crystals in this deck, options and results. So we're seeing a time of challenging change, maybe certainly mental battles, maybe verbal battles with other people, or just internal mental struggles, and the challenging change that was the catalyst for that struggle result in someone's resilience showing through, likely yours, the Aquarians, as you come to this reading, and you having formed strategies then as a result. Surprised yourself, really. And gained, as this card says, seen results there, and gained options, as this card also notes, the 7 of Crystals, really seen success when I see the 7 of Earth upright. We're seeing you seeing success that you wouldn't have seen had you not had those battles, had you not had those challenges. It seems like this is a theme throughout Libra season for you. The Justice card shows up, noted as truth and clarity in this deck. The precise and impartial truth, cutting away the untrue. Karmic justice coming to pass, being served, cutting ties, maybe seeing actual literal legal justice in certain matters, for particular individuals. You can see how the message will fall out slightly differently for everyone, especially in a general read for the collective. These lunar pulls, this lunar pool and all lunar pools, as always, are for the collective, any and all signs. I keep forgetting to mention that at the beginning of these. So some of you are dealing with a Libra individual in particular with this Justice card coming through, or Libra energy in your own chart is particularly significant to you around this time. That makes sense. It is Libra season. We are about at the full moon in Aries in just a couple of days now. And it certainly is a time to listen to your subconscious, your dreams, messages from your dreams. We have the Page of Shells coming through. As what is sort of happening below the surface here. Also the Page of Feathers. So the Page of Water and the Page of Air both show back to back next to one another in the reading 2 messengers, right? 2 messengers and 2 number 11s. 1111 may be particularly significant for you around this time, and actually the Justice card is 11 as well. So 1111 or 111111 may be particularly significant for you around this time. It also may hold an additional message for you if you need an extension, if you need more information after this has ended and are resonating with the messages here. So it's like your dreams hold a message for you that may be difficult for you to hear, to hold, know, to accept and receive from yourself, right? But you do, even if not with your dreams, your intuition is something that's paramount at this point. Intuition and inspiration are noted here on the Page of Water. So again, I'm seeing the message that this challenging time of change that inspired some mental battles, maybe verbal battles, not only made you find reserves of energy and surprise yourself and bring out your resilience, but it inspired you to action, right? It inspired the success, the results that you are experiencing now or will be experiencing soon. And with this card, we have options as well. So it's given you more options than you had. Still, there's some. You have a lot of energy moving forward here, but there is some message that is trying to come through from your subconscious, your intuition, your dreams, about what has inspired you, about inspiring you more, about what you want to explore and or discover next. Truth and clarity is going to be on the surface sooner rather than later, with that, again, Justice card here on the top row of this reading. So I do think that message is received. It comes through. The truth of it comes out one way or the other. And it's likely that it's difficult for you to receive, because to accept, to hear, to own, to know, because it probably has to do with you facing your shadow self, some shadow aspect of yourself, something that you have resisted identifying with, you have resisted acknowledging about yourself, your habits, but acknowledging these things, maybe anything that you have an unhealthy attachment to, anything that you have a codependency with, anything or anyone, is a way to connect with your own self-empowerment, is a way to empower yourself, right? And we have ambition noted here as well, and I think in this case it's speaking as what is actually motivating you to do this work on yourself. To face your fears, a lot of you, in a sense. I was just thinking of doing a Halloween pick-a-card called what fears do you need to face, or do we need to face, right? So that may be up soon. It's not finished yet, but it's an idea I definitely want to follow through on for Halloween. So at least by then, before then, I'm sure. But whatever this is, this shadow aspect, accepting this addiction, again, codependency, this unhealthy, toxic behavior, connection, habit, pattern, whatever it may be, allows you then to release, with the Tower card flipping out with the Shadow card at the same time. It does allow you to release, but it will ask you to release many things at once, likely for a lot of you. When you see this clearly about yourself, about your life, it's going to revolutionize it. Revelation comes in as another key word here on this particular Tower card. And that's the thing, that's part of why you're resisting it. The Page of Air is also asking you, do you see the storm coming? Well, the storm is a lot of pieces of you and your life falling away and apart that were either never meant for you or at least certainly aren't meant for you anymore. And so that's so indicative of Libra season, and energy still coming through here with this Justice card, that, you know, we're all getting a lot of just direct downloads and just knowing things for certain. A lot of truth and clarity is just surfacing one way or another, being revealed, right? That's what a lot of what Libra is about, and this Justice card, and so Libra season and Libra energy in general, whenever it is highlighted paramount, that cardinal air energy wants the precise and impartial truth to cut away the untrue, and that is what is happening for you in the near future. Those of you in the Lunartics Collective that connect with and resonate with these messages, it's for the best, because those things really weren't meant for you. You see that. Again, something may even be toxic, so unhealthy it's completely toxic, or just not for your highest good. It's surfacing and coming to pass whether we decide to really receive this message that our intuition wants to give us as sort of a precursor and a warning and a cushioning. It's going to come to the surface and come to pass, but it's all a result. Your subconscious is paving the way there and allowing that to happen one way or another, because of the results you've been seeing, because of the success you've been seeing. It's all a result of the success you've been seeing so far already. These options that are in front of you now have I think, opened your eyes. That's part of the truth and clarity that's unavoidable here. You see that there are a lot of options, but you have to address blank about yourself, your life, your situation, your behavior, etc., right? You need to release that part of you, is what it's going to boil down to ultimately at some point. It's a piece of you that you're letting go of, in a sense. But I've been talking in my readings a lot lately about just, in short, the concept of really keeping a piece of the experience, the person, the connection, that time in your life, that version of you, even with you in a sense, maybe physically represented by something, but just with you in a sense, moving forward all the time, so that it doesn't feel as much like a sacrifice. But in this sense, I see you all coming to peace with it in terms of seeing it as a release. Acknowledging that you've been holding on to a certain way, likely a way of thinking, seeing yourself in the world, speaking to yourself about yourself in the world, that is just not good for you, and just realizing you don't need to hold on to that anymore. It's this energy and action of release. So let's pull, we have the World card as well, blanketing the reading, sort of an overview, fulfillment and celebration. This is the major completion of a major cycle, the completion of a major cycle, the completion of a major life cycle. A lot of times with the World card, cause for celebration, even though in the near future it does look like it feels like a lot is falling away. And maybe from a certain perspective could be seen as a lot falling apart. But it is you wanting to take advantage of the options that are available to you now, and knowing that avoiding the truth about yourself, your situation, what needs to be released so that you can keep growing, won't allow you to. You have to face that truth and grow in order to take advantage of those options, and that's what you really want. That's what you really want. So that's what you're making happen. That's why you're making it happen. Again, it deserves, it's granting you fulfillment. It's going to grant you the ability to manifest then a lot more of what you want, things that you could not before. And it deserves to be celebrated. It truly does. This major completion, ending of a life cycle. So I think, we will quickly draw one advice card for this lunar pool moving forward. If you are interested in ordering a personal reading from me, just scroll down to the description box below. Check out the options and links there. You can email me as well at LunarticksTarot@gmail.com. My name is Aries, and I'm happy to work with you anytime. The Three of Fire, and again, the Page of Swords. So, okay, King of Swords then, King of Air on the bottom of the deck. So this message coming through again, so that's the fourth 11 then that's come through. The third page, it's a repetition of the Page of Feathers. This is the Page of Swords, just another version of the Page of Air. So this air message again. So I do think it's repeating the message of, do you see the storm coming? So the difference here is really accepting and receiving this message from your intuition and your subconscious prior to the truth striking and sort of severing certain ties, burning certain bridges, and in a sense tearing certain things apart in a way, right? There's the reason for your intuition trying to give you a little warning is because certain things will feel torn away, and you might like to know ahead of time for reasons. Again, we can get more specific in a personal reading, but in a general, there's this nudge here to receive it early. That's for you. That's for your benefit, right? And this Page of Swords, this Page of Air is taking things head on. That's what you would be doing by looking at it clearly, accepting the message, receiving the message, seeing the truth of the situation. And that's what you're asked to do and going to be called to do, is to take the situation head on. It's going, you're going to have to, regardless, as we said, this is coming to the surface, whether you want to hear the message, receive the message prior to or not. And there's a message here to proceed with that confidence that this youthful air messenger has in order to deal with situations head on, take the bull by the horns, so to speak, right? With the Three of Fire. The Three of Fire says, go ahead and take the second step down the path in the direction that you've already chosen, and do so with confidence. So on some level, you already know which option you're choosing, which direction you're heading, and it's time to take that second step. Whatever that means, you need to communicate to whomever. Whatever honesty that means, you need to accept from yourself, right? Whatever truth has to be outed to make that happen. And whatever, the repercussions of that are, of course, with the Tower card coming out here. So we will leave the Lunar Pool at that for, again, the 12th. And thank you so much to all of you who contribute to Lunartics Tarot in all of the ways that you do. Your likes, comments, subscribes, shares, orders, donations mean so much to me. It's truly appreciated. And I told you about personal reading information being below already. And yeah, I hope you all make very wise choices for yourselves as you move forward, that you continue to make the most of Libra season energy, certainly make the most of the Aries full moon energy. Enjoy. And I will post another lunar pool for us just as soon as I can.